After several months of lockdown, the weather wasn't ideal, but it was time to head out anyway. We decided to head to Jugglers Canyon, about 2 hours west of Sydney, a mostly dry canyon, which is just as well because although the rain didn't bucket down, it almost never stopped. After a bit of a post-lockdown refresher on the first abseil, we headed on down to the next one. A slightly trickier rappel where we rigged the Bina block retrieval from a tree further up before scrambling our way down to the little ledge that had just enough of an overhang to make it a little tricky, especially after not doing this for several months. Sure enough, we all made it down. We had 3 abseils to go, each one a little bigger and more fun than the last. But along the way we couldn't help but take in the beauty of the space, which, if I'd remembered to put the stabilisation back on my GoPro, would have come out a lot more cinematic than the shaky footage. Live and learn. Nevertheless, the light drizzle and mist really made for a stunning hike between abseils. The third abseil is the wettest in the canyon, especially after some rain. You abseil down next to a little waterfall and there's almost no way of avoiding getting a little wet. There's also a tricky disconnect. You can stop a little bit above the pool on a little ledge, disconnect your gear and traverse along until you get to the bank. Or, if you're feeling like a little cool down, you can jump straight in and wade your way across. From the third to the fourth abseil, it's a really short distance, only about 50 to 60 meters. But as you can see, it is a little bit precarious, making your way along this little ledge with a drop on the right hand side. Once we all got up there, we set up another Bina block rappel, which seemed to be the flavour of the trip as we tested out a new 8mm rope. You can see me here tying the precariously named European Death Knot to join the abseil and pull line together, and then there's a clove hitch around the carabiner which rests against the rappel ring and prevents the rope from sliding through. We then throw the rappel line down and generally leave the pull cord up and out of the way. This is to prevent any tangles or worse still, someone rigging on the wrong line. Once everyone's gone down and the last person has set up on the right line, they will throw the pull cord down, and once they've made their way down to the bottom, they'll pull on the pull cord and bring the abseil rope through. And with that, we just had one abseil to go, the 20-meter overhang, the best of the trip. We each rigged up and had a blast stepping over the edge and into thin air. Hopefully this was the first trip of many this year. It sure was a hell of a way to get started though.